Why the am I seeing people praising all these people dying, all these towns gone because they think it's sundown town?
I just don't understand why people are talking like this and going on like this. This is disgusting behavior, and you should be ashamed of yourself. It's disgusting.
Uncle Wolfie here. Why the seeing people praising all these people dying, all these towns gone because they think it's sundown towns? I am an anthropology major, and I am going to spend the next few years proving that these sundown towns do not work in the capacity that they used to. I am from Vidor, Texas. I lived there, grew up there, still have family there. Here's their logo. And I have every different shade of wheat in my family. Prepare to see a book in a few years because this pisses me off. These towns are not like they were 40 years ago whatsoever. I was 10 minutes down the road from Jasper, Texas when that man got dragged. Towns are not like they were 40 years ago whatsoever. I was 10 minutes down the road from Jasper, Texas when that man got dragged down the road. These are just Americans at this point. Most of those people who were super and overly racist have died off. These are just Americans. Stop saying. These are just Americans at this point. Most of those people who were super and overly racist have died off. These are just Americans. Stop saying dumb shit. Uncle Wolfie out.
Yeah, we heard about them. And lots of people died in those, lost their homes, lost everything. And businesses, and they're struggling, and pets are missing, and people are missing. And you are disgusting. Very, very disgusting. I just don't understand why people are talking like this and going on like this. This is disgusting behavior, and you should be ashamed of yourself. It's disgusting. It's nasty behavior. People should not act like this. Grow up. God did not pick these people to send a hurricane to hurt. I have friends down there. Luckily, they're okay. But you people are just absolutely disgusting that are talking this way. Have the day you deserve.
I'm so y'all. Every single motherfucker. I can't believe how many people are making videos like this. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. And when I say y'all, I mean black, white, or otherwise. Anybody who would have this kind of take during something so catastrophic happening.
Talking this way. Have the day you deserve.
I'm so y'all. Every single motherfucker. I can't believe how many people are making videos like this. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. And when I say y'all, I mean black, white, or otherwise. Anybody who would have this kind of take during something so catastrophic happening. People have lost their lives, loved ones. Children have died. There's hundreds of people still missing and unaccounted for. And y'all want to use it for a gotcha moment and claim they're all motherfucking sundown towns and that they somehow, like, trying to insinuate that they brought it on themselves. Are you kidding me?
Shalom, shalom, Yasharala, all praises and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutations unto the elect and the feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, in sincerity and truth with this great gospel, strictly for the elect, strictly for the elect. And yeah, these devils are strictly straight in denial, man. They're straight in denial of what has happened, of history, right? This integration and this changing of the teaching of history has got these devils. A lot of these young devils don't even know their past, their history, right? Because their parents are ashamed of that past. All the killing, all the slaughtering, all the invading, all the taking, right? And their whole history is built off racism and violence and bloodshed. And now they done established themselves on earth. They done reestablished themselves as so-called good Christians, good people, and just citizens of the world. You are the wicked the Bible speaks of. Right, you are the wicked the Bible speaks of. You done touched the apple of the Lord's eye, which is the children of Israel. And what you got to pay for that? You got to pay for that, right? It says, warning, sundown towns do not enter. For who? Blacks, right? because they had these communities. We want white tenants in our white community, right? These communities were built on what? Racism, right? They flooded a lot of so-called communities that were black communities. They built highways over them so no businesses could pass through them. And before they were black communities, what were they? Native American territory, right? So you got to pay. I'm gonna read this in the book of Obadiah 1 verse 10. It reads, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob. How did you get the slaves here to America? Through violence. How did you get the American territory? Through violence, right? And who were those people? The Israelites. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And we're seeing the beginning of his ass being cut the fuck off, right? The Lord is cutting them off, even from society, right? Their houses are divided. The other nations are not dealing with your regular Europeans, right? They fucking with the Russians, but they ain't fucking with them Britain. They ain't fucking with them France motherfuckers. They ain't fucking with Americans and the Canadians, right? That EU spirit. So we see that something bad is happening, right? Something bad is happening. The world is turning against these wicked men called Edomites. These wicked men called Edomites. I'm reading it again, Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Forever. This is Zechariah 2 verse 8. It says, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory he hath sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. I'm going to read that again. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh, after the glory he hath sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, right? We were spoiled by the heathens, right? And still being spoiled. We are yet this day in our captivity, in these countries, to be your servants, right? To pay taxes, right? To be in submission under their ordinances, right? We ain't got no power in these countries. It says, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye, right? Let's go into that. It says, phrase, apple of my eyes, the phrase. If you say that someone is the apple of your eye, you mean that they are very important to you, and you are extremely fond of them, right? Who's that talking about? The children of Israel, right? That's who the Lord is dealing with. That's who the Lord is dealing with. The Lord ain't dealing with the Edomites, right? The Edomites were set up to be the sword of the Lord, right? It says, you only have I known of all the nations on the earth. Talking about the children of Israel. And what did he do? He sent nations to punish us for what? Disobedience. And when our punishment is end, the nations, they're going to go into captivity. They're going to go into captivity. I'm reading Psalms 55 and 20. Right? He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. You got to realize these Edomites, when they came across the Native Americans were at peace with their ass, trying to show them how to survive on the American lands, right? On the New World. And what did they do? Man, they slaughtered them. They killed them. They ate them. Right? They invaded their lands. They came back with more military, more forces, more troops. Right? It says, a troop shall overtake thee, but thou shalt come overtake them at the end. Paraphrasing, talking about God. Right? Because don't forget you just seen a video of the Native Americans in New York keyed up. Right? That spirit of rawing up against this devil is in the earth. It ain't just the heathen nations, it's Israelites waking up to this fucking wicked devil, Esau Edom, who's acting like he ain't do nothing wrong, right? I'm reading again Psalms 55 and 20. It says, he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, right? Imagine when they came and met the natives. Nice to meet you guys. We bring in Christianity. Guess what? We'll be back. And when they came back with a force, with a troop, with a military, right? With guns and weapons to take the land, because they seen all the gold. They seen all the wealth, right? And they seen the spirit on Gad. Gad was at peace with these motherfuckers, right? It says, he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords, right? And guess what? The method of operation have never changed, right? This white boy talking about, those racist people, they are gone. That were a long time ago. No, the Bible said, Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9, the thing that have been is that which shall be, And that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun, right? There ain't no nice Edomites now. You've been the wicked all fucking existence. And in the past 40 years now you done changed. Get the fuck out of here. You gotta be a fool to believe that bullshit. That's what they teaching you in the school system. Right, the public school system. That's why they had to bring that integration, right? To bring it in one world order. One way of thinking, right? It done got you to sit down with your enemies and become friends with your enemies. And guess what? Now you about to vote for some of your enemies and put them back in office and put them in power. Right, I'm reading it again. It says, the thing that have been is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. There is no new thing under the sun. Yeah, these are the same devils from the past. Right, coming back to do the same thing they have been doing. Psalm 73, and let's start at 3. It reads, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. And how did the wicked get all this prosperity, all this wealth? Right, through the robbing, stealing, and killing, and taking of the natural resources and anything on earth. Right, that's how they did it, man, through violence, goddammit. It says the thief cometh not but for to kill, to steal, and to destroy. Right, that's his method of operation. It's not going to change. It reads, for I was envious at the foolish. How you think they went around the world and built all them boats to do all them things, right? During the Christian crusades, during the when they took over the people of the Dark Ages, they took all their wealth, right? They were bringing down nations, and that's the money they used to go around the world, to go into the Africas, to go into the Americas, right? The Lord put a spirit on them to build a bunch of boats and go through the four corners of the earth to take over. It says, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked, for there are no bands in their depths, but their strength is firm, right? They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Look at that. Look at what's going on in this society, right? You got the Catholic Church, a bunch of pedophile Edomite men. How many of them went to jail? Not too many. They just got moved around. You got ex-presidents and murdered motherfuckers, politicians, right? These Edomites, they done got away with things that a regular person can't get away with in this society. And damn sure you Israelites can't get away with. It's a lot of things. You got Israelites doing life in jail for stealing a coat, for tagging, for jaywalking. You got Israelites dead for fucking suspended licenses, suspended tags on their plates, right? For not stopping at a stop sign, right? But the Edomite, he could do all these things and cuss the cop out and go on about his business. For they are not in trouble. I'm reading again. For there are no bands in their depths, and their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men, right? Because this is their season. The Lord said they're going to be loosened for a little season, so now they're untouchable. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment, right? That's why we read, it says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. I'm reading that again. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their hearts could wish. Yeah, through robbing and stealing. Right? You go across America, you see these crackers with these big ass houses with all this land. How the fuck you think they got them? They didn't buy that shit. Right? They didn't work hard and purchase that shit. They was giving crackers free land just to come over here and fight the Native Americans and fight off slaves. Right? They set up shop in this motherfucker, man. Free land, free college education, free homes, free this, free that, so they could set up that white man institution, that white man order. It says their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their heart could wish. They are what? They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. Talking about how dare you be happy and thank God that the Lord is destroying these sundown towns. What the fuck you talking about? You devils are on stolen property. You got stolen property in your possession, which is the children of Israel. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. They set their mouths against the heavens. Their tongue walketh through the earth. Right? That's what they do. These devils go through the fucking four corners of the earth, pushing democracy, pushing their Catholicism, and using their money to buy people off, right? To set up their fucking way of thinking. And now that they're being visited, they want to know why. They want to know, why are people talking about us? Because you're the wicked the Bible speaks of, right? You're the wicked. It's Obadiah 1:15. It says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee, right? Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. What makes you think you're going to get away from with all the things you have done to the apple of the Lord's eye, the children of Israel? Right? The Lord didn't send us here for our destruction. This punishment is for correction. And guess what? The elect is waking up to who their power is and returning back to their power. And that is bad news for these other nations. That is bad news for these other nations, because the next thing that's going to happen is what? Is the book of Revelation 13:9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. I'm going to read that again. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right? The Caucasian race led the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans into captivity. So they're going to go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And this man done killed everybody with the sword. He done dropped bombs on Japan. He done dropped bombs in in Ukraine and different countries all over the world. And we talking about Russians, we talking about Edomites, we talking about all the Edomites, all the wicked, goddammit. As a matter of fact, we gotta go back to Alexander the Great. It says, after he died, his generals put on crowns upon their heads, and what evils was multiplied in the earth, paraphrasing. So you already know them motherfuckers got a long history of what? Being wicked, and they gotta pay for it. You gotta go back to the book of Genesis. In the garden, right? So these devils are the wicked, man. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints, man. The saints are the children of Israel, right? And for you Edomites talking about, that was our forefathers. That was our parents. That was a long time ago. Things are different now. Isaiah 14:21 says, prepare slaughter for what? For his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Okay, it ain't you. You didn't do it, but your fathers did it. So the Bible said, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, right? That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities, right? These sundown towns, these fucking cities with high-rise buildings and shit, blocking out the sun and shit, right? There's going to be an end of this Eurocentricity,